Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Here's another episode of Gina's Couch Chronicles, and today we're going to discuss deep conditioning. I get a lot of questions from people about deep conditioning, asking me just in general how I deep condition or how they should deep condition, and it's not that difficult of a process. But I guess if you don't know exactly what you should do, then you have questions. So I'm here to answer those questions today. So first and foremost, deep conditioning is also known as doing a hair mask. And basically it's just the process of using a product and putting it on your hair so that your hair can absorb the nutrients and the natural goodness of that product in order to obtain moisture, strength, or whatever that particular hair mask is geared towards. As a general rule, people typically will rinse out their deep conditioner after a certain amount of time has passed. And I think typically between 30 minutes to an hour is the time for a hair mask or deep conditioning treatment. The benefits of deep conditioning is that it can reduce breakage and reduce split ends, and it also just helps with the overall health of your hair in general. Temperature modifications can be made in order to make the mask more beneficial to your hair. So for example, using heat. There's different ways that I use heat in my deep conditioning routine, in that when I rinse my hair out after washing it, I use warm to hot water, and that just opens up my cuticles so that when I put on the hair mask, it will absorb into my hair. And I further aid in absorbing the product by maybe sitting under the dryer or using my handheld steamer that I have in order to open the cuticle even more and to absorb even more of the nutrients. After deep conditioning, I know a lot of people say that rinsing the deep conditioner out with cold water can help to reduce frizz and close the cuticle back so that the moisture that you just put in stays in. Well, personally, I'm not going to take a shower with cold water, so I don't do that. But I do use like lukewarm water. I try not to have it hot or really warm like my regular shower water. I try to cool it down a little bit, but definitely not cold. If you want to use cold, then that is good for you, but personally I don't do that, and my deep conditioning goes just fine. And now just to get into the actual deep conditioning, you want to start with clean hair. I know a lot of people, like influencers and people who do YouTube, will start off by deep conditioning, but personally I want my hair to be clean before I put the deep conditioner on there, because if I'm putting it on top of all of the products that I've put in my hair throughout the week, it's just going to sit on top of those products. So I like my hair to be clean before I put the deep conditioner on, therefore it can do its best and absorb into my hair the most. Now I know some people will shampoo their hair and then go in with a regular conditioner before they go to the next step of deep conditioning, but using a regular conditioner is not necessary really, unless you just feel like you need that extra step of moisture, then you can do that. But I don't even use a regular conditioner. I go straight from shampooing into deep conditioning, because using the regular conditioner just adds another step and adds more time, and honestly I don't want to spend any more time on my hair than I have to. So you apply the deep conditioner to your wet hair, dripping wet hair, and you want to leave it on for a bare minimum of 15 minutes, and that's if you're in a rush, which I wouldn't suggest deep conditioning if you are in a rush because it just takes a long time. But like I said before, you want to leave it on between 30 minutes to an hour. And if you need to leave it on longer than that, that's perfectly fine. Some people leave their deep conditioner in for 2 to 3 hours, and I've even done it overnight before, and my hair was just fine the next day when I rinsed it out. Honestly, I feel like the longer you leave it in, the more it benefits you. So just leave it in as long as you can. Only you will know what will work for your hair. But after you let it sit for a while, at this point you want to rinse it out with warm or cold water if you prefer. And now you can enjoy all that moisturized goodness that your hair should be at this point. And later on, I'm going to make a video on my favorite deep conditioners. I just need to go to the store and buy some of them first before I can make the video. So stay tuned for that. And that concludes the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social media. I am at Curls by Gina on everything: Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.
Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news. There's new news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it. More action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating.